Howdy everyone. This is not going to be a normal episode per se. Not even going to be listed as an episode. In fact, this is going to be a thing that's going to happen every once in a while called a short, or as I'm going to call it, a shorty. I'm Brandon from Let's Chat with Brandon and Tyler, and yes, there's some very depressing news that everyone already knows about by now. Being Bob Uecker did die yesterday morning from lung cancer, more specifically small singular cell lung cancer, I believe. He was fighting it for a couple of years, or not really a couple of years. It was more like from some point in 2023, and then the playoffs of 24 was his last time calling games, and he ended it with like that one was going to sting a little bit. But what I wanted to do today, or rather tonight, is read off some quotes and tell y'all a couple stories that I've heard. And we are going to start with the quotes. So some of Uecker's quotes are, I think my top salary was maybe in 1966. I made $17,000. 11 of that came from selling other players' equipment. In 1962, I was named Minor League Player of the Year. It was my second season in the bigs. Career highlights, I had two. I got an international walk from Sandy Koufax. I got out of a rundown against the Mets. When I looked at the third base coach, he turned his back on me. Baseball hasn't forgotten about me. I got to do a lot of old-timer games. I haven't lost a thing. I sit in the bullpen. I let people throw things at me, just like old times. One of Uecker's quotes, or rather things he has said for broadcasters, which also can be translated to podcasts, since podcasts are just recorded radio shows after all. And one of the things he always was able to do is make people laugh, since he said that, or something along the lines of, you need to talk like it and have your show like it's someone's first time listening to you. And you also have to make them kind of chuckle or laugh sometimes. Maybe learn a couple things along the way. And one of the, his most common jokes are self-deprecating jokes. And one of the stories that do pop up in my mind is he started broadcasting in 1971. And one time during the fifth inning, the people he was in the booth with, they just got up and left him in the fifth inning and was basically like, all right, buddy, have fun. And he just kind of took over and became the legendary broadcaster, national treasure that he was. He meant a lot to a lot of people. His voice was also known as the playlist of the summer, I like to say. And when he passed, a lot of people's childhoods died that day. He broadcasted for 54 years. That's a really long time. He obviously got to be in the movie's Major League, where a lot of his lines were ad-libbed. He also was in Mr. Belvedere. And after the playoffs were done, he just kind of spoke to Yelich, and Yelich broke down in tears. And people in the booth apparently felt like that was his last game, and sure enough, it was.